Hello. So here we are, back with BaBa's You. I'm just keeping the music on so that way when it gets silent as I pain and cry, I want to be able to make sure that there's something going on in the background. Anyways, I am going to attempt to finish this off. But the level I'm on right now, A Way Out, is the final level if I do it a certain way. If I don't, it's going to be considered a normal level completion. But to get the normal ending, I need to complete this in a certain way. Which, if I'm correct, I need to do something like game is end or flag is end or something like that to basically end the game. So that's the plan. And then after that is done, I don't know how long that's going to take, then we will just kind of work towards 100%, because I want the BaBa is You 100% kind of thing to be a different series. So like going through everything, getting 100%, going towards a true ending, because that will be a behemoth on its own. So we'll finish this level, finish the game normally, and then we'll begin that trail to get 100%, do everything right, and even the glitch level, which as you can see is kind of why that flag up there towards the 8 is colored like that. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be very long. But my head can't take working towards 100% every week. So, really, we can only start. I will also add a timer, or a stopwatch rather. It doesn't need to be, I don't want it to be a timer. And basically when I start the level, I start the timer. The timer will, after 10 minutes of doing nothing, or like basically after 10 minutes, I will give myself one hint. Because there's a nice little website which is going to give me about 4 hints here, in the gauges of gentle nudge, bigger nudge, another big nudge, and a specific hint. So basically every 10 minutes I give myself one of those hints. That's kind of the goal, so I don't stay here forever. Days on end, as I realize my lighting's going to be way off because I have the worst lighting in the entire world. Let me make sure I also go to the nightlight. So yeah, bear with me because this is gonna suck. But got some nice music behind me, so I don't want to do this, but I'll do it anyways. Level finale, A Way Out. Alright, start the timer. Stopwatch, rather. Okay. So, let's look at a few things here. Kiki is push, so we know that either we need to push Kiki or that we have these 3 words here. Somebody is going to be move, so probably something like Kiki is going to be move. But when I do that, I won't be able to pick that back up. So, I can't pick that back up at all. So anything I put there is going to be stuck there. There's a rock. Rock is push? No, rock is actually stop. So I cannot get through this rock. And I can't change any of those up there. So everything in the top left corner is unchangeable because there's just no access to it. But it is kind of slightly closed off, which makes me think that if he wanted to keep me from doing anything with those things, why would he leave them slightly uncovered, right? So I feel like there's probably something to do with that. So we have stop, we have push, we have move, we have win, we have weak as well. So it looks like down there, if we push rock as weak, then we ourselves will be able to get through that rock by just moving into it. So basically we need to somehow get into there through this rock. Somehow. Looks like we got a word rock here as well. Perhaps something there. But I can't really... I wonder if these words are here because they're meant to say, stop, you can't go down this way. Because this is in multiple places. So... Okay. I want to make it so this belt can't bug me. So I'm going to do that. So now belt will not shift me and I can walk freely in and out. I can't really do anything here. Because I can't say push his belt. That's not going to work that way. So, by that notion, the problem is, like, I've no idea where to even begin with this. I'm also, am I smoking a little bit? Okay, I am, because I'm hot, so I can melt ice. So, there's really no harm in trying things and failing, because I could just restart the level. So, oh, okay, I see. Ice has walls, so when I do that, it's gonna turn the ice into a wall. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting notifications from my phone. Let me make sure that doesn't happen. I'll put myself on. There we go. Okay, so that's good to know. So I think what that's saying is that, well, I can get through this way, but if I do that, it's just going to turn into a wall. So it's like a one-way door, essentially. Well, since belt can't shift anymore, I might be able to move rock, but rock will... I don't have a good way of moving rock out of that room. But it's good to know that this ice is essentially a one-way door. Right? Yeah. Because I can only go out of there. I can't go back through. So that's good to know. Okay. Now, where to really begin? Because there's got to be some sort of action I need to commit to, or to make this actually function. I don't really know if there's much I can do. It's got to do something with this, because sure, I can move through here freely, but I can't do anything in here. So I think Kiki needs to move, but what could Kiki do if they could move? I'm trying to think. Because even if Kiki did push the word rock somewhere, would that really be helpful? Because we can't do anything when stop is there. So basically... We can't move any of those words there, the belt or the is shift. We can't move those because I don't have a good angle on moving them. So I can't really change it. Of course, I am pushed as well. Does it matter that I am pushed? Will that do something for me? Because even though I can be pushed, I can't necessarily be pushed into a wall, because the wall is stopped, so I won't do that. Oh boy. Oh, good lord. Well, this is not going to be a fun one. Okay. So, the words we can obviously use at this very moment is belt is shift, Kiki is push, and is move. I don't really think using those stop words that are kind of keeping us in place are going to have any effect. So it's going to have something to do with that little room over there, the little room on the right. So that's got to be something, obviously. Because if that's not something, well then hell, I don't know what the hell to do. Those are one-way doors. Can I do something with those doors? I mean, doors as in ice blocks. Something I could do. Something I could do. It's just such a massive level that it's hard to know exactly what I should be doing, where to even start. So where should I start? I can make Kiki move. What benefit would that have to me? Obviously to push things. That's something. Push that out of the way so it doesn't affect it. Well, actually... Okay, so if we go in here, we can move belt. So now it's a little bit different. So we can say... Problem is, by doing that... Okay, so that's another thing, is that we can't do that, because I don't have any way to push it upwards. So there's no point in moving that word in there. So that's one thing. That is one thing. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to just eliminate possibilities. So we can disable the belt by either moving belt, is, or shift. But we can't do anything with those afterwards, because we just have no access to them. We cannot push them down, unless we made rock no longer stop, but I don't think that's physically possible. So maybe because of the way they are blocked off, I really can't use any of those things. So the top left and bottom right, or bottom left. Of course, this does stop me, so it's going to be something with the eyes, right? Okay, so it's worthless to do that because I wouldn't be able to get through because the rock is in the way. Of course, I can still freely move. But putting this here doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, because that's not going to do what I want it to. I can't make myself not hot, because there's just no physical space for me either. So that's also something. Why would Kiki need to move? Why would Kiki need to move? Is there something need to move to? Can't get past the rocks, because the rock is stop. So it'll stop Kiki from moving, regardless of whether I want it to or not. So I can't change the rock in anything either. So basically I'm gonna have to push the rock or melt, do something with the rock. It's also been 10 minutes, which is disappointing to me because I haven't made any progress. Alright, so the first hint is what rule needs to exist to allow you into the room with end? Where will the pieces to make that rule come from? Okay, so that's going to give us a little bit of a guide here. So what do I need to get into that room? Because obviously we need to say flag is end. That much is obvious. Flag is end. That'll finish the game. Really, we could say anything is end, because just doesn't just have to be flag. I think what it's saying there is I can make flag win, but I could also change something to end, which would end the game. If I was going for a 100% run, I'd move the win under his flag, and then it would just win the level and just go on. So that makes me wonder. So what rule needs to exist? So the rock is stop at the moment. So for this to happen, rock needs to be push. So we can push the rock out of the way. So even though rock is stop, if we can push it, we could easily get into that room. Okay, that's good. That's good. That'll help. But there also is rock is weak down there, which makes me think that we would have to delete that. But I guess when we get down in that room, then we could easily just do rock is weak and then eliminate the rock that's next to win, so we can put end and make the flag end if we wanted. Our main goal is just to get in that room. So rock, we need to be able to push rock. And since we don't have access to any other word rock, we only have access to one word, and that's this. Problem is, how do we... I could push it an extra bit if I can get into the wall. I mean, I can't get into the wall, but I can be at these spaces where this ice is. So I can be in either one of these spaces to push it down one. But since walls are stopped, I can't push words through a wall. But I can get to where that wall is to give me that extra boost. So... So I feel like Kiki needs to do something, because I can set Kiki up with Kiki's push. And then I can just say Kiki's move, and then Kiki will begin to move. But for what reason? What purpose does that exactly serve? That's my question. Okay, the fact that there are 3 ice blocks. I don't feel like he would put them there if he didn't want us to use 3 ice blocks. Oh, and I didn't restart the timer, that's fine. It's not a big deal. So, how can we have rock be push? Just need rock to be push. I can be pushed too, though. Because I can't affect this word over here. But it does mean that I can be pushed. I believe that means that Kiki can push me. So we'll do a tiny test on that situation. Just because, why not? Yeah, so Kiki can push me. So the purpose of that, I don't know. But the fact that I can obviously means that that is the goal. Something about Kiki pushing me. So push for Kiki first to get them into position. And then Kiki needs to push me somehow. So Kiki's push, get into position. Kiki's move, so she pushes me. I don't say she or he, it, they, whatever. I like to think Kiki's humanoid, so I'll say like they. But that's pretty much my mission. I think that Kiki's definitely needed in this right-hand room here. This is blocked off with a stop, so there's nothing really we can do to that. So we need to, like, enter in this way. Enter in this way, and then leave this way. I think, unless I'm thinking of that backwards. Which certainly could be the case. I wouldn't be too surprised. So... what could I do? There's gotta be something with the ice. I'm gonna have to go into the ice. Or is that meant to be a deterrent to prevent me from doing that? But why would he, if he wanted it to be a deterrent, I don't know if it's a he, I'm assuming, because I don't know their actual gender, so thinking of the creator. If the creator wanted to prevent me from using those 2 lanes, essentially, those 2 areas, why would they be ice? Why wouldn't they just be shouldn't it just be a wall? So... I need to fix that ice. I need to do something with that ice. But I can't make it anything else because it's blocked by a wall. So I have no choice. So I gotta use it as it has been designed. How could I do this in a way that won't suck? It's a good question. Because I don't know, why are the belts here then in that case as well? Because this belt would only push down. And if I tried to be pushed through here, this belt would just shift back. But why would Kiki need to push me at all? Man, I don't understand. So, if I did this, I can't get through, and it kind of ruins it, and I can only go out. And this kind of blocks that off, and doing this will block that off too, so that makes that worthless. So that just leaves us in a bit of a pickle. Is there anything I can do? God, is there anything I can do? Man, sometimes with this you just feel so lost, and it's really concerning. So to get down below, we need to push the rock. We have the word is push. So Kiki's going to need to move for some reason. I'm going to be repeating myself because that's the only information I know, and otherwise I'm not going to be able to think of how I might be able to do this. So... Shit. Okay, so if Kiki moves, where can Kiki move to? I don't think there's any purpose in moving the belt, because I can't push the belts really anywhere that would be worthwhile. And I can't move any words from the right-hand side to the left-hand side anyways, because I wouldn't be able to put them in position. Crap. I don't think the S can be pushed. I don't think so, at least. Guess we could run a tiny experiment. Okay, but that does mean I can move Kiki into there, though. Kiki have a reason to do that? Wait a minute. Wait, what if Kiki is like the chef? And I'm like the assistant. The chef doesn't want me in the kitchen, but he wants me to hand him ingredients. So, this seems like a lot of space here. What if my goal is to give Kiki the ingredients? Okay. So that way Kiki can do things. So if I do this, then I can leave. Now Kiki's inside. And so then I could give them rock. And this is when I should make Kiki move. So now Kiki can move. Of course, thing is... Oh, that's why there are two of them there. Because I need to do this. Or not, sorry. I need to do this. Oh, I can't push Kiki. Sorry, hang on. I need to push Kiki to put them in the better position. Because I need to orient them correctly, I mean. So if I do like this, then I push them, and then they can do their business, then I can leave. And then Kiki is move. So now, I'm going to give ingredients to Kiki. So that way they can essentially create rock is push. But how do I do that? Maybe, do I need to orient them differently? Or find a different way to orient them? Okay, let's try that. Let's find a different way to orient them in this place. Because I think I need those spaces to be able to give ingredients. Because I think I have 2 ingredients and 1 escape, I believe. So we need to be able to put Kiki in there in a nice way. Or... No. Maybe? Okay, here, let's try this. No, because then I wouldn't be able to. Okay. Well, first of all, the belts are going to screw everything up, so let's deactivate the belt. Because I don't want the belts to be able to affect me. So, how do I get Kiki in there nicely? Also, how do I not open my Windows menu? That's a good question. That's totally unnecessary, but hold on, sorry. I undid it when I didn't really need to undo it. Okay. So, I need Kiki to be in here somehow. Problem is, by doing this, then I wouldn't be able to touch them anymore. If I made it shift, it still wouldn't really help me. But how would I get... Possible to get it this way? Because I know I need to put Kiki down there. Because I'm pretty sure I can make Rocket's push by having Kiki in there. Just how do I get those words to them? That's the question. How do I get the words to them? How do I get the words to them? Okay, so 10 minutes is up. So I'm going to look again to the second thing, I mean. I have to use all 3 pieces of ice. Okay. So I thought so. Because, I mean, what the hell else would they be there for? So... So that means basically I'm going to have to cross those pieces of ice every time. I'm just going to try a few things. I'm going to see what I can do. It's all about experimenting and seeing kind of what I can do on my own. So if I push rock all the way down, then I leave. If I'm going to do anything, I need to be able to move the words in with me. However, I need to do this in the right order. So let's reverse this a little bit here. Put is out first. Okay. Okay, perhaps I need to do that in a different order, though. Because I think I really do need Kiki to be pushable here. I need to set up Kiki. Because I need Kiki to do the pushing for me. Problem is, in the way I'm going to do it, I won't be able to change the orientation. Unless I have to. So I'm thinking I can't really pass anything through the ice that's kind of by the belts. I can't. These two I seemingly can, but even this one, maybe this one's supposed to be my exit. Maybe. Because if I push Kiki in here this way, I'm gonna need to change the orientation. So like I'd have to do like this, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to do anything. So in theory I could pass Kiki the two words by putting them in their path. So I need to move is down there. But I can't do that because I don't have access to is. So like if I were to put is in the way I'm thinking of, I wouldn't be able to really do anything with that. I feel like I'm getting closer, but I still feel relatively far away. Maybe I'm just using Kiki wrong. Okay, so if Kiki were to start from the top, well, once again, maybe Kiki to be in position. So I can't push. I'm thinking that I can't really push Kiki in from this way if I had the belts on in the beginning. Because I was thinking maybe this belt could shift them down, and then they could be in the right orientation to do this. But I can't do that because this would be in the way. Or I push Kiki this way, push them like that so they would be facing that way. Then... Okay, let's try this. Okay. So I'm gonna push Kiki in a position right here. And now that they're... Well, no, because I can't get past them. I won't be able to adjust this belt. Darn it. Is really gonna help me at all? Well, whatever. It was a thought. Because I don't have enough space to exit. Oh, wait, no. Wait a minute. I can reactivate that. I can totally reactivate that. Okay, so let's try that again. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to deactivate it for a bit. Push rock down. I'm going to leave through here. Push that up. Push them there. Okay? So now I can go back. Oh, wait, I can't reactivate it because then I wouldn't be able to leave. Shit. Shit. That was not it. Darn it. Darn. Come on, brain, work, damn it. God, I really want this to work. I still feel like I have the right idea. You know, I feel like I have the right idea. Because if that's really all I need to do, then Kiki simply just doing that allow me to push the rock out of the way, and then say rock is weak, get rid of the rocks, and then flag his end, and then win. But maybe that's not how it's supposed to go. So, I know I can get Kiki in a position. I can get rock and Kiki in a position. I just need to insert is and push. But to get Kiki in a position down there, I need to use both ice blocks. Then what would I use? The ice block where rock is. So how can I use this rock or this ice block? Because I can't push anything here. And so like, if I were to reactivate the belts, I wouldn't be able to deactivate them. So basically, I would never be able to come back here. But the problem is the belt won't shift any words down enough for that ice to be worth it. Well, no, never mind. Yes, it will. Because then I could exit through this guy here, come up down, and then use the belt to shift me down. So then I can continue pushing. So that seems like it would make sense. However, to do that, I need to deactivate the belts, but I can't go back in there because then the belt will keep me. So I would need to push that belt first. To push that specific belt out of the way. If I could push the belts, then I think everything... Okay, let's try giving this to the belt. Oh wait, no, remember what I said? I said that I can't put anything in there because if I do, I'm not going to be able to pick it up. So yeah, I can't push the belts around. I can't push the belts. Jesus, has it really been like 35 minutes? Good lord. That's depressing. That's a really long time just on this one level. Holy shit. Anyways. Oh, my noggin. My poor noggin. So I think I really need to stick... Okay, so let's keep thinking with Kiki in the bottom position, able to push things around. So I could get Rock easily, but then I would only have that one ice patch. And without the belts really doing anything, I wouldn't be able to push anything else down there. If I use the ice blocks, I could... If I were to use those two ice blocks, I could put in is... I couldn't put in push. Because it seems to me like I use one ice block to push something in there, and then the other one to push it inward. So that means really I can only get one thing in by that method. So I can get either Kiki in there or Rock in there. Or Kiki in there or is in there. Either one of those things I can get in there. But then that'd leave push to be not where I need it to be. Because I wouldn't be able to get it in any other way. Ah, criminy. My soul. My soul is dying to death. So, I mean, I feel like I need to make Kiki's move. So Kiki is going to be involved in this in some way. Because otherwise, why would I have an is move word that looks like it's perfectly ready to accept another word if I wasn't supposed to use it? Is there a way I could make Kiki move to make it better? I'm just thinking that, like, what would I use that ice for? What do I use this for? What would I use it for? What would I use it for? What would I use it for? Okay. I mean, if I were to push this down, then the only way I'd be able to leave is by going through here. Then if I put is in through this ice block, I'd have to push it out this way. You'd think. Wait, what if I used... No, maybe? Because I need to get Kiki in position first. Because I'm thinking, what if I use Kiki as a way to push to use an ice block without me actually needing to use the ice block. Okay, so basically I could use Kiki to move the is in there, and that ice block would still be okay. Then I could kind of race Kiki in a way to put in push, but I wouldn't be able to leave. Okay. So, Kiki's been in position. I don't need the belts anymore, so I'm gonna go disable the belts. So I'll disable the belts, and also I'm gonna use a hint when I finish with this train of thought. So I don't need Kiki to be push anymore. I need Kiki to be move. So it's okay if they go in there because they're not gonna destroy the ice. They're just gonna keep moving through. But because of that, I'm going to give them some words to move in there, like this. And then they're gonna move it in there, and they're gonna be that word's gonna be fine. So I think Kiki might be able to. I think it's my job to move it. So I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a race here. Then, but then I can't grab it. Shoot. Yeah, because I could do this, sure, but I can't grab push anymore. So that would cause an issue. And I can't grab rock anyways. So that... Damn it! Okay, let's check the hint again. Maybe it'll help me get a better idea what I'm doing. Alright, so we have 2 more hints. This is the second to last. Kiki will have to move eventually. But where... Oh, so it's a she, apparently. Where will she move? In the left side pen or the right? Kiki will only be in one or the other. Left side pen or the right? Left side pen or the right? Does that mean possibly that Kiki doesn't need to be in this pen? But it does say in the pen. In one or the other. So that means that I'm doing this in a way that is not right. But plain and simple, in a way that's not right. So Kiki will have to move eventually. But in something. So what benefit would we have if Kiki were to move in the left-hand pen? Nothing. Because Kiki won't be able to affect us in any way. Because even if they came in contact with the word push, nothing really would happen. But if they came into contact, so I'm gonna be breaking belt to this shift. I know it's gonna happen, but I don't think there's any benefit to restarting that. Or is there? Because perhaps it's meant to be my way of escaping that room when the belt is on. Because why would this ice be here if not for me to leave? Because when this belt is on, I will be pushed down, but I would not be able to go back up out of it. However, I can move through the ice, be here, and then move out. So perhaps... But there's no way I would be able to get... Oh no, maybe. Oh god. Oh god. I feel like I'm getting closer to the solution. I feel like I'm getting ever so closer. Oh, I feel like I'm getting ever so closer. So I'm pretty damn sure Kiki needs to be in the right hand. Because without Kiki and the right-hand pen, I wouldn't be able to do anything. But because of all these ice cubes, it makes me think that I need to be in there. So, let me restart the stopwatch because I always forget to do that. Holy shit. We're ranging on an hour, about an hour of looking at this damn level forever. Holy crap. Is this fun or what? Okay, so we gotta push Kiki into something. Wait, you know what's a little bit interesting? Why is there that extra pocket there? Like that extra little space. I can just undo it, but why is this here? Feels to me like this is where Kiki is supposed to be. So that way I have extra time or something. So they go 1, 2, 3, and then go 1, 2, 3, and then push it up to complete it and turn on the belts again. So that's what I'm seeing. Oh, God. Shoot. Okay, so if I were... I think with this, though, I can do everything I need to. But if I were to do this, how would I be able to get is and push in there? But if Kiki's on the bottom, then like I said, I would be able to feed them... You have to feed them the stuff they need to construct the word. I mean, Kiki's obviously push, because we need to push her into where she needs to be. Right? Now, I feel like that much is obvious. So if Kiki... So I could push down rock. And then leave... And I would only be able to insert one thing in there, though, because the ice would not allow me to come in there twice. Shit. Let's turn off the belt so we get a bit more free reign. Hold on, I don't think I actually need to use the ice twice. No, because then Kiki would also need to be push. Kiki would stop being push. So I can't orient them freely like that, because my idea was to orient them in a way so that way they would go in there themselves and that would push them to the right orientation. But I can't do that. Because I can push them in there. Do we have to? Wait a minute. No, because then Kiki would stop being pushed. I kind of need that is. Can't really do much with that. Okay. So if I were to push Kiki up there with another word, once again, I wouldn't be able to do that. Unless I reoriented in a way that made it possible. Okay, let's bring these words out here, trying to reconstruct it to push Kiki in there and see what it does. Problem is, though, that means Kiki would be in there, because we can't say pushes Kiki, that's not going to work. So we would not be able to put it in an orientation that would allow for that. If we go in there, we're going to break the ice. And then I would have to do that and push them to where they need to be. That's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. Oh, God. I'm dying. That's it. It's just, this is what's happening. I'm dying. Ah, I feel my head exploding. At least now it's a bit more simplified, so it doesn't look too insane, but still. It feels weird. What would the point of the left-hand pen be? Because, I mean, is it just there for me to walk in, disable the belts, and leave? That doesn't seem to make any sense. There's got to be more to that area. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be more to it. Gotta be more to it. Gotta be more to it. I'm feeling pretty lost. It's been like 6 minutes, but I need to just look at the last 10. Okay. Whew. The final specific hint is your first step needs to be break up belt to shift, and one of your final steps will involve recreating that rule. Okay. Okay. And my final steps will be recreating that rule. Okay, so that we know that is the very first step. Sorry, I keep clicking off. Okay, so that's the first step. So what I'm thinking is that belt is probably not the one I want to be pushing, though. Because we get this free space for a reason. So I'm going to break that like that. And so now I can get through. So that was the first step. We know 100% that this is the right order. We break up the belt to shift first. So I feel like what that means is that Kiki needs to be in that room to be able to do that. Because if I don't, I will not be able to leave that room when the rule is created. Because if I at any point go in there to recreate that rule, I would not be able to get back out. So I'm thinking that Kiki needs to be in there. And that's probably why this is there, so I can orient them correctly. I think that's exactly why that's there. So now they will hit the ground and go up and recreate the rule. Okay, so I think that's probably good too. So eventually Kiki will go here. Or I mean the word Kiki will go here. And make them move to make them recreate the rule so something happens here. So I think this is the last thing I need to do, because when that is reset, doing this would would trap me in the pen, unless I used this ice. Because if I used this ice, I can leave when the belts are on. So that makes sense to me. But how do I get is and push in there? I could use push. Okay, hold on. I don't know why I'm saying hold on as if somebody's pressuring me. Hold on. So what if I used is and push together to move each other into position without me having to break one of the ice or use one of the ice? Right? So with this, I could move is there. And then I could do this to move. Okay. So I think I need to move rock down all the way. Like this. And then I will come down here. Do this. Push this here. Problem is, without that, though, I wouldn't be able to... So I'm getting notifications on my phone. I'm just checking to make sure everything's alright. That's great, but how can I move push? Maybe that's not the order I should have done it in. Maybe push shouldn't be there. Maybe push shouldn't be there. I can't use the word Kiki because then I'll get that lost. Because if I did this here, all I would need to do is just be able to be in a position to move rock is towards that. But it said I needed to use all the ice blocks, so that wouldn't work because all the ice blocks are going to be used. Oh my god. If I could move rock over, then I can't put is down there though. Well, I could. Maybe both of these ice blocks are meant to be used as orientation devices. So basically, I have rock there, I get in, I push rock over. Then I leave through the belts. And I put is in there. And then... But then I wouldn't be able to get in there. Well, no, I might be able to. So, like... Enter like this. Push rock over. Push it over too, just in case. And then I leave. And then I put is in here. The problem is then I wouldn't be able to... So like I could do this, but... I could push that down and then move is in position. And then I could do the same. No, because if I did that, then I would be stuck and I'd have to use... What if they're both escapes instead of orientation? Okay, Kiki, listen, I need you to move, okay? So Kiki, please move. It's going to repair the belt. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to push the belt down. But I have an escape. Because I need to leave through here. And then do that again. But the problem is that I wouldn't have to escape because I'd have to do this to push this in the correct order. Shit. Oh my god. I'm out of hints, by the way. I have no more. That's kind of all I got. Oh god. So, if I were to use this to push this in here, I could go in this way, push this to its proper place, and then do this to get it out. And then move this up here, move this through, push this up and through, and then told Kiki to move. And then did this, and then escaped, and then pushed the rock down! till it's weak. Destroy it. Push it up. Flag is end. Ah! Yes! Yeah! Holy shit. Oh god, give me all these things. I want them all. That's why he gave me access to everything. So I'm doing this. Oh my god. That took me an hour. Just about. And all the hints, but I didn't look up any solutions. Oh god. And last couple. It's so pretty. Yes, eat all the plants. Holy shit! Now there's flowers everywhere. Yes. I did it. Holy shit. Okay. Oh boy. We did it. We did it. We did it. That was a success on my end. Awesome. So that's the normal ending. That's the normal ending. Next is 100%. Oh god. We have about 2 hours left, so I'm going to do those 2 hours just kind of working on other missions, or other levels. Yeah, so. Whole bunch of thanks to several things I do not know of. Good dogs and other good dogs. No, people give him support and feedback. Lovely. Audacity by the Audacity team. Yeah, Audacity is a pretty good tool. Free sound, yep. So I do that. I use free sound a lot. I'm just gonna watch the credits to allow my brain to relax after all that crap. That was a lot. That was a lot for my poor noggin. I just don't know what tiers out to the credits, so I don't want to skip anything. Little sleepy boy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to this. And yes, in this, I don't think this is completed yet. So, all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the stream title because the way out is no longer. So we'll call it Road to 100%. Okay, like that. So now it's slightly different. Now it is slightly different, ever so slightly different. So since we know the solution to this one, I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna do it the normal way. Because we did end, but this time I'm just gonna do win. Okay, so we already know the solution, so this shouldn't be hard, right? It shouldn't be hard at all. Just gonna move Kiki where they belong. Do this. And then Kiki can't be moved just yet. So we're gonna grab his push. Hopefully I don't forget anything, because that would be quite embarrassing. Move this out over here. Just kind of orient it a little bit better. So we have better control. Like this. Push this over. Push this over. Push this. Wait a minute. Hang on. Should probably move this down first. There we go. Push this up. Then push this over. Push it over the whole way. Go like this to remove it. I'm sorry, hang on. There we go. Now we can move push back. Right there. Kiki, please reactivate. And then we'll go down, do that, leave. Push down. Flag is win, and we'll keep it at that instead of end. And now we've completed this level. So there we go. So now it's no longer a way out. And now we continue. The pain and distraction that is the road to 100%. Did I actually 100% this? I don't think so, because I haven't done the extra bit here. I think this is the only extra bit of this. Oh my god, it's so much smaller. Holy crap. Oh my god, my eyes feel so much better. Okay. So. I can't make wall not stop. I can't make myself not me. But at the same time, why would the words BaBa's you be so adjustable? We can push the rock. The problem is if we push the rock, we won't be able to go through. So right now, nothing is win. So this is the only way we can enter in here. Let's also move to the hint point, because now we're going to go back to like the hints. So let me just go find the place I need to be. Just so I can start the timer then. Unless it doesn't have it. There it is, okay. And start the timer. Cool. So 3 hints, starting the timer. We need to go. So by doing this, there's not really much I can do. Because if I make crab defeat, I won't be able to enter that room. I feel like that's pretty obvious. I can't enter that room when the crabs are that way. And I can't move the word rock into this room. So if I do that, I could now move it out. But it's not going to do much work for me, because if I made rock as me and then move myself over... Oh, unless I... What if I made BaBa as push? Hang on. Oh, but I don't think I can, because I don't think I've... No, I can still do that. BaBa's push. I can push BaBa through. Well, I would only be able to push him through once, but... Yeah, that kind of screws things, doesn't it? If I had just a little bit more pushing power, then I'd be alright. Because I'm thinking that BaBa's probably going to be on... I have a feeling that like BaBa's going to be on the flag when we reactivate it. At least that's what I'm thinking. So if we take this on a little joyride here. Move this over, move this over. You can push this down, and then BaBa's job is to do this. Rock's job is to do that. And then this. Then BaBa's job is to move it down. Rock moves this down. Does this. Problem is, BaBa needs to get in front of that. But then we wouldn't have space to push through, would we? Yeah, because sure, it's down there, but there's not much we can do. Don't think so, at least. Alright, we'll restart. So, I know that I can become the rock. But I have to push the rock enough to be able to move the word out. So, I don't think I could prevent the crabs from being defeated. I don't think I could prevent that. So if I made BaBa's push, rock would have to be you. So I need to be able to push BaBa essentially 2 spaces. So I need them to be here. Well, I need them to be here. So when I do the final push, that may reconnect something, then the recreation would happen when BaBa's here. So I think BaBa needs to be on the flag specifically. But yeah, when BaBa is not me, BaBa will be safe. So when the switch happens, BaBa cannot be defeated by the crabs when I am not BaBa. So I could keep them safe. Keep them safe across the 2. I think that's really it. I think BaBa just needs to be on the flag. But how do I push them on there? Okay, so I don't think I can really avoid this. I think I gotta do that at least. You rock, do your thing. Oh no. Push it over. Pick it up. Here. Like this. Not exactly like that. Like this. Because BaBa's here now, and that's great, but they'll die. So we need to push them 2 spaces. Wait a minute. If we can just move Rock as you down there. No, but we can't because we need to be able to replace it. So we need to be able to replace Rock with BaBa, and we can't do that if it's down on that level. I don't think changing the Rock into a crab would help anything. Nor would changing BaBa to a crab help either. So... What if it's the other way around? What if rock needs to stay push? And we make the rock... Darn, 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 diddly darn. What's this level called? Submerged drones? Oh, that doesn't really help me very much. Enemy loses. There's not much we can do with that. Let's restart one more time. My only problem is that if I moved BaBa, I just need to be able to push them over 2 spots. So basically it's going to be blank is you. But I always need is you. I always need is you. And I can't swamp it when I get down there because there's not going to be enough space to do so. Crap. It's pretty much what this is, just me going crap and shit and damn it. I mean, hey, I got that damn level. Sure, with a bunch of hands, but I mean, I got that way out level pretty easily. It took me an hour, but I figured it out. Alright, time's up though. So let's see. Gentle nudge. Yes, you will have to push the text at the top right to form crab that defeat flag as well. Okay, so this has to happen. I have no choice other than that. So I don't see a reason why rock needs to be down here, so we can move the word out of here. Oops, not like that. Like this. Because I don't think there's any reason for the word to be in that little crevice, because it has no purpose here. Okay. Oh, and I need to restart the timer. So now that I've done that, I think it has something to do with rock needing to be me. What if I said BaBa is rock is you? So if I were to push rock is you down there, then all I need to do is say the other person is you. So the deactive person is you. So we're going to use this method as I did last time to essentially push these words down to where they need to be. So I'm going to move them over. I'm going to push it down. Now rock is me. Push this down and then this down. This, this, and this. This, this, and this. This, this, and this. Problem is nobody's in front of it, so that doesn't really help me. That doesn't. So I think that means it needs to be back one smidgen. Because I don't see any reason why it can't be. So I'm going to push this back. And I'm going to do this. Do this. Problem is then if that happens, though, we don't have any space to push it. Push it forward. Maybe it just depends on who's on that side. Maybe it needs to be oriented a little bit differently. I don't think it really matters, though, because it doesn't matter which one I am, as long as whoever is me is on that side, you know what I mean? So... So. I mean, somebody needs to be here. But if they are here, then we can't push. So that takes up too much space. Push this over. I can push this over too, because I can still recover it like that. No. Actually, maybe. No. No, because you can't move all that down with it. Crap. So I don't think that's the way I need to do that. Don't think that's the way I need to do that. Unless I just need help pushing it all down like that again. Which may be the case. Okay, I think that's a bit off. I don't think that's gonna work. Once again, there's nobody in front of it, so what's the point? Such a small, tiny level. It bugs me that it's causing me trouble. Bugs me that's causing me trouble. Hang on, I'm gonna pause the timer. Getting texts from my girlfriend and I don't want to leave her hanging. That'd be rude, and ow, my phone is charging and incredibly hot. It's pretty damn hot. Okay, sorry about that. I just don't want to make anybody feel like they're less important than streams. Anyways. So we can start the timer again. So I really do feel like I need to push somebody across those crabs. Hang on. I want to see if it's related in any way to this one. Because I remember somebody telling me a couple of, like, first stream or so, or whatever, first or second stream, that the secret level, or the extra level generally tends to be directly related. It's great, the flag is me, but I can't do anything with that. It just changes the person who's win. So BaBa is use win. I can't really do much though, because this has to be here, we know from the hint. So I can't say BaBa is win. Okay, so that was kind of unhelpful, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Right, it is though. Maybe that was attempting to tell me that I can say BaBa is something and is something else too. So I think what it's trying to tell me is that essentially what I'm trying to do is right. But how to make it right, how to make it work. But once again, let's put these words, get them out of there, because they don't need to be in there. I don't see any reason for them to be in there. Okay. So what if this horizontal orientation just isn't right? What if it needs to be vertical? How would I be able to do that? How could I even get this vertical without ruining everything? I think if we... So if we were to push this down a little bit more, so we're like this, push it down, oops, sorry, wrong order, this down, and then that down. Then, one of you use that is, though. So if I tried to do anything relating to this, to both of them being controlled, that would just kind of be impossible. It wouldn't help, because I would be defeated by, both of these guys would be defeated. But the goal was to make it horizontal like this. Is it really gonna work though? What if it was, what if it's supposed to be like this? So rock is BaBa is you, but now I got two of them, so it's not gonna help much. So we'll both die. We will both die. Will I undo all this crap that I just did? I'm going to... The clock has hit its time, so I'm going to check the second hint. Your solution to take Lake 05 should remind you that two statements can deal with either the same noun or same property. Okay, so, as I said... Same property. So it makes me think that I need to get somebody in there, essentially. Unless I use the leftover words to do the pushing. Okay, let's store this over here for a little bit. See that differently. This is not fun. Oh, this is really annoying. Then I can't do anything here because I can't push it anymore. Okay, let's restart this a little bit more so I can get that rock out of there. I don't think that rock's in a very good position. Keep you over there for a bit. Nope. Criminy! This is why I think that 100% series would take forever, because there's going to be a lot of this. I feel like this is pretty much what this entire series was. It was just me sitting here and be like, if you were to take the... cut out all the hmms and uhs and maybes, this thing would probably be 5 minutes long. I think it's because my brain just doesn't really function like this. It just works slightly differently, you know. Okay, let's restart this because I made a mess. I made a mess. So I'm just gonna highlight the hints I currently have, because it's weird. You have to highlight them on a black page. Remind you that two statements can deal with either the same noun or the same property. Same noun, same property. It doesn't really help anything though, does it? It's almost been about 2 hours and I'm already losing my head. My brain's dying. My brain is being the dead. Tired. I'm tired as hell. So it's either going to be like Rock is you and push, BaBa is you and push. Or Rock. This doesn't really help much because the Rock is push, sure, but it's not gonna affect anything. So I don't think push is really what we want to be using. So Rock is you is push, BaBa is you is push. It's not gonna. It doesn't feel like those. I don't think the noun should take on two things. I guess the property should take on one or two nouns. One property, two nouns, rather than one noun, two properties. Well, if I don't need his push, can I use those words then? Can I use these words? Problem is, BaBa needs to be able to get down there. Oh my god. More life and its notification. So bad, I just want it to work. So, one of these things is going to have to use two. Well, thumbs up. Select that final hint and then cry. That's all I got. Okay, so final hint, you'll need to create the win condition while U is in the pen with the flag. Oh, while U is in the pen with the flag. Why? What? Excuse me? While you was in pen with the flag? What the hell does that mean? It says create the win condition while you is in there with the flag. Problem is though, if I do that, I'm gonna screw things up, you know what I mean? So how am I meant to do that? Son of a bitch. Ah. This is one of the reasons why I'm giving BaBa is you a big break, because this kind of thing I can't stand. Sitting here for a long time is not a good stream make. I'll tell you that. Does not make a very good stream. Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit weird. I'm gonna do something really weird. I don't want to be sitting here for 5 million years trying to figure this one level out for another hour. It's probably easy as hell, but I'm just not getting it. So, I'm gonna be right back, and we're gonna do something small for an hour. Another thing, okay? I'll be right back. This is gonna be really weird, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and have fun.